What is going on, everyone? I'm back again with our exclusive interview series called Pro Peak. This is where we sit down and ask your favorite pro riders 10 questions about the past, present, and future of their riding careers. Sit back and relax as we have an insane guest this week. Without further ado, I'm stoked to introduce Jacob Kloes. Jacob has just started paving a way for himself here in our community. He's been around in the scene for quite some time, but has recently, just in the past few years, started to really push his riding to the next level. Being a product from the PNW, there is so much we can learn from Jacob, and I can't wait to share everything he had to say with you guys. So let's stop messing around and get right into question number 1. Who are you? Where are you from? And when did you start scootering?
What up? I'm Jacob Kloes. I'm from Snohomish, Washington, and I've been scootering since 2012-2013.
Growing up right outside of Seattle must have made for a pretty interesting childhood. Jacob has been in the scene for about a decade, but has really picked up the pace here in the last 5 years. He first came up on my radar after doing a tour through the PNW in 2016. Since then, Jacob has been climbing his way to the top, making it out to every event possible and setting himself to prove that he is exactly where he should be. The dedication I've seen this dude put in to push his craft to the next level is awesome. Jacob, I think you're a true inspiration for many scooter riders, and we're stoked to have you as part of our community. Who were your top 3 biggest inspirations when first coming up?
Top 3 biggest inspirations when coming up in scootering would definitely have to be Dylan Morrison, Ryan Williams, and Ben Thomas.
The first 2, no-brainers. I'm pretty sure everybody's biggest inspirations were Dylan and R. Willie. I love your last pick though, of Ben Thomas. Ben is actually such a sick rider and an even sicker dude. He has a style like no other and can flow a park with such steez and precision. I can definitely see how you take an inspiration from all 3 of these guys. You are smooth and precise like Ben, throw bangers out of nowhere like Dylan, and stomp worlds first like it's your job, just like Ryan. I'm glad you've taken after such legends, and it really goes to show how influential someone's riding can be towards another rider. How do you think growing up in the Pacific Northwest has affected your riding and style?
So the Pacific Northwest, at least in the Seattle area, we don't really have very many good ledges, so I feel that I strayed away from riding ledges and focused more on rails, so I think it definitely shaped my style to where I ride a lot more rails than I do ledges.
I feel that, bro. You're definitely a product of your environment. I mean, you don't see as many Corby locals riding street, just as you wouldn't expect someone who grew up riding spots to go out to a park and start ripping up the bowl. Everyone can tell that rails are your specialty. I mean, you've done some of the gnarliest combos to date. Just look at these tricks done with so much ease. Board, double throw bar, board. Full heel, front lip. And you even sent this whip finger to front lip on a down rail. Honestly, I'm kind of glad you strayed away from ledges, because these combos you've been putting down on a rail are game changing. Any tips for the younger generation out there trying to make a name for themselves?
My biggest tip for the younger generation trying to make a name for themselves is to just not give up. I know it's kind of cliche, but there's a lot of times where you feel like you're going nowhere and all this effort you're putting into scootering is not being seen by anybody. But as long as you keep putting yourself out there and keep going to events and keep pushing the sport, you'll definitely make a name for yourself.
I think that's great advice, dude. There are so many people I've seen with such great potential just not be able to make it in scootering just because they have given up. I swear it's always around the age of like 16, 17 too. I think it's like that because at that age, you really have to look at your scooter and think, do I want to spend all my time learning how to perfect this thing? Or do I want to take the easy route and be like everyone else around me and do normal things? Obviously, you can see the choice both of us have made. Seriously, if you're out there watching this video and you have this exact dilemma going through your head, listen to me and listen to Jacob. Don't give up and don't listen to others. Because if you just push through all that negative energy, you can make it to the top in anything you put your mind to. How did you come to ride for Wise?
So Wise actually hit me up on Instagram to send me some parts to try out at first, and then I tried them out and I really loved them, and then they offered to sponsor me.
Honestly, before you got on, I thought Wise was headed in a different direction. Since they've added you, it almost feels like they've revamped the brand. You have done nothing but great things since linking up with them. Between filming parts and making it out to jams, they've kept you quite busy this last year. We're all stoked that you have a part on that team, and we can't wait to see the stuff you guys are going to come up with in the future. How does it feel to take home the win in 3 different street champs last year?
It feels absolutely amazing to take home 3 wins at street jams this year. Definitely growing up, I went to a lot of street jams and always thought about winning it, but never expected me to be able to do that. And now that I did at 3 different jams, just is unbelievable.
Dude, for real, congrats on all those wins. You sent your body so hard and got destroyed for it, but it was all worth it in the end. Every scooter rider dreams of the transformation you're describing. From being one of the little bystanders in the crowd that no one knows, to the crowd cheering your name as you land that final banger, I can't even imagine that feeling. It's really awesome to see it come full circle, especially for someone like you. I'm stoked I was able to witness some of this madness in person too. 3 is cool and all, but I want to see you take 5 wins home next year. Word on the street is it only took you 2 days to film your welcome video. Describe how the filming went for that part.
That is correct. It took us 2 days to film that video. Half the video we filmed in 1 day, and we weren't even filming it for the welcome video. We were just filming because Alex and I were planning on making a video together. And then later on, when I got offered a spot on Wise, we ended up filming another day and decided just to use the clips from that first day and the second day into one video to make it my welcome video.
Bruh, I don't think you understand how crazy that is. It literally takes some people 5+ years to gather up the amount of footage you got in only 2 days. I feel like that video right there is the one that put your name on the map and really propelled your scooter career into new heights. I hate to spoil the ender, but I think everyone's seen it by now. That finger whip gap front lip is something I've wanted to see someone do for so long. I mean, for a trick like that, it's either first tee or die, so I'm assuming you landed it first try and rolled away. Seriously though, I can't imagine what you can put together in a year's time if this only took you 2 days. What does the next 5 years on your scooter look like?
Over the next 5 years, I plan to keep scootering and keep pushing the sport, and I hope that I can inspire others to do the same. I also hope that I can travel more and just create a big impact on scootering.
I love it, bro. You are one of the purest people that has been brought into our sport, and everyone is so happy to have you around. Yo, Wise, if you're listening to this right now, send my man on some more trips. Nah, but for real, I see big things for you, man. I can almost promise that you'll be on top of the sport here in 5 years' time. In the meantime, you just need to keep doing you. I mean, that's what got you this far in the first place, right? What current projects are you working on that you can share with us?
Sadly, currently I'm not working on anything at the moment, mainly because I just fractured my thumb, so I can't really scooter. But hopefully when that heals, I'll definitely start working on something soon.
What's up with you? Why are you always hurting your hands? Last time I saw you in Utah, your wrist was destroyed. It sucks that you can't ride at the moment, but thankfully for the rest of us, you just dropped another part. Jacob just dropped his video for the Wise Forge deck. I talked about this part a little bit in my last weekly report, but I gotta show you guys some of the clips this man has put down. 50, drop, nosy, finger whip out, psst, okay. And then wall ride, straight into a double throw front board. Like, come on, bro. It's usually sad when I hear a rider isn't working on anything new, but with the amount of footage you released this year, I think we have enough to hold us over. Any last words or shout outs you'd like to give?
First off, I want to say shout out to White Brown and Scooter Talk, and thank you for letting me do this interview. I really appreciate it. I think you're doing good things for the scooting community, and I hope you can stick with it and just keep pushing it. Also, I want to say thank you to my sponsors, Wise Scootering and Letter Pro Shop. You guys are the best. You guys keep continuously hooking me up and helping me be able to be the best scooter rider I can. And shout out to every single person that rides a scooter. You guys are all super dope. I hope you keep scootering and keep loving it because it's the best.
There it is, people. Let's give a huge round of applause for our man, Mr. Kloes. Jacob, it was truly an honor to meet you last year, and I'm so happy we have people like you in our sport. The amount of hard work and commitment you show is truly inspirational, and I hope you can continue to motivate generations for years to come. Thank you for all the kind words and for sitting down and doing this interview with me. I'm sure everyone loved hearing from you, and I know we all can't wait to see what's to come next. Like my dude said, everyone out there, keep scootering because it is the best. All right, I'll see you guys next week on another episode of Pro Peak.